like it.
Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's up, Mizroy? What's up, Fury Fighter? PM Collector Boy, Eva, Satellite, 2-Hit. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good, in fact. It's been a lovely, lovely day. Everybody had the day off today. My wife had the day off from work. I, of course, have had many days off lately. Kids are off for summer vacation. So we went down to Irvine today, went to their big open-air shopping center, the Spectrum, and had a really good time there. Hung out, ate some really good food. My daughter did a bunch of shopping. We met some friends, hung out with them. It's been great. You know what else is great? Aralivore subscribing for 39 months. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it greatly. That's 3 years if a year was 13 months. Amazing. Is Earthbound the Lord of the Broken Plastic Baseball Bat Weapon? I guess technically Ness would be, wouldn't he? Good evening, Deep Thought. Good evening, Cute T-Goat. Good to see y'all. 3 metric years. There you go. Apparently Final Unity is a pretty good Star Trek game. Wonder why I never saw it anywhere. Star Trek games are kind of an odd thing because I feel like there were some very, very prominent and promising Star Trek games that got canceled but got talked about a lot more than the ones that actually came out. Like, I think before I actually streamed Star Trek 25th Anniversary, I think I knew more about Secret of Vulcan Fury, which was a mid-90s OG Star Trek point-and-click that got canceled. I knew more about that than I did about 25th Anniversary, which actually came out and was a pretty good game. Pretty alright. Until I soft-locked it. It was doing okay up to that point. So. Y'all are so funny. Looks at stream title, looks at table contents. Yep, definitely spending our time with Weapon Lord tonight. Can't say anything else we'll get hung up on. Well, we gotta talk about that, chat. We gotta talk about a lot of things, in fact. Definitely a product of his time. I don't really... The other thing about Star Trek games, I don't really have a good view of Star Trek games as, like, a franchise. I just know them piecemeal. You know, I know the NES Star Trek. I know the Game Boy Star Treks. I know Next Generation on Super Nintendo. I guess after this issue, I will know Deep Space Nine on Super Nintendo. But I think there's another Deep Space Nine game, and there's some other OG and TNG Star Treks on PC, and then there's the whole constellation of PC Star Treks that include like fleet strategy games and 4Xs and all kinds of other stuff. Of course, I have Talking Beats doing content. Is talking not content? Are you really gonna go to all those podcasters out there and tell them they're not producing content? Is there anything more capital C content than mindless podcasting? Final Unity Lost Adventure Game of the Year to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I mean, I Have No Mouth was a big deal when it came out. It was widely regarded as a top tier point and click. I'm definitely not surprised that happened. We may have a slightly different view of it now, especially considering how some of its content has aged. But I do remember I Have No Mouth being like the gold standard for like mature adult point and clicks for a long time. Missed opportunity in the DS9 game isn't just Move Along Home. The funny part about that is like a Move Along Home adaptation would have been perfect for consoles. It would have been the perfect excuse to just do some rote platforming in the Star Trek universe. The actual fuck are we looking at in this background? Satellite's basically right. The 90s. The 90s distilled into just some horrible malaise. Okay, what this actually is, because I was sitting here wondering the same thing, honestly. What I'm seeing here, oh, you can't see my cursor, damn it. Oh, no, okay, now you can. Okay, so right here is a big horned skull, and then there's another one over here, and another one over here, and another one over here. It's basically a big round wall of horned skulls, and then there's like a spiked cage up over it, and then some stone tile and a big grating here. I'm assuming that this is one of the stage backgrounds from Killer Instinct, probably Spinals. I haven't really played enough Killer Instinct to say, but it looks to me like they took that and just mashed every single filter in Photoshop, or did Photoshop exist in 1995? I honestly don't remember. Spinal Stage is a boat, right? He's a pirate. Okay. Oh, it's probably from Weapon Lord. It might be from Weapon Lord. It could be from Weapon Lord, or it could just be something that they made up. I don't know. But the background looks like a fighting game level background from either Weapon Lord or Killer Instinct, run through just a really, really unfortunate mishmash of filters. I didn't kid pick. Says from Weapon Lord, nobody here is gonna admit knowing that it ain't. Hey, I gotta remind y'all, we did play Weapon Lord before when it showed up. I think maybe when it was on the poster or something, or like some preview feature, and it was surprisingly good. Weapon Lord is actually solid. And apparently the PC version of it is significantly, yeah, the muscle game. With all the muscle mommies and muscle daddies. Yeah, I was actually impressed with Weapon Lord, and I'm honestly looking forward to giving it another spin tonight. if y'all need a refresher on it. I'm certainly not any good at it. I won't make it look good, but I do remember enjoying it significantly more than, frankly, the majority of console fighting games we played via the Power Hours. So some Earthbound's not filtered at all. Having not really played a whole lot of Earthbound, I could almost credulously believe that. But yeah, this is going to be a big, eventful issue, and not just for the obvious reason here, which I suppose we should talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get into the schedule reminders and stuff. And then let's talk about the big RPG in the room. Tonight, of course, the Power Hours. Power Hours return at long last. It's been something like 3 weeks since we finished May of 1995. Feels like it's been a really long time. I don't know about you, but I've been looking forward to this all week. We're doing it tonight. We're doing it Saturday. Tomorrow night, we're doing a little, variety night of my own choosing. I still haven't gotten my fill of cozy Japanese games yet, so we're gonna do a small assortment of cozy Japanese games tomorrow night. You'll understand that the hows and whys and wherefores immediately upon arriving tomorrow, but it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be really nice. No stream on Sunday. I don't stream on Sundays, and Atelier Aisha survived her first week as a democratic playthrough. Yay for her, girl power. So we'll come back to that on Monday, and I am looking forward to that as well. So, we're about to cook serve delicious. The amount of willpower to resist pressing M and T for mushroom tomatoes, knowing full well T is $1,000 is great indeed. When Cook Serve Delicious 3 came out, I made an effort to go back through the trilogy, and I discovered that Cook Serve Delicious 1 is a very good but very repetitive game. It got grindy to the point that I just didn't want to do it anymore. Cook Serve Delicious 2 is not a particularly good game. I really don't like the way it's structured. It's really hard to tell what you should be doing at any given time in that game. And there is like super hard end game stuff that you could be doing for like your first day because of the bizarre structure of it with the whole like part-time job, like the temping thing in it. Cook Serve Delicious 3 is amazing. I love Cook Serve Delicious 3. I got really good at it. I got through pretty much all the content it had when I played it back in early access. And then unfortunately I never went back to it after it got its full release, partly because it is a very exhausting game. It is the most frenetic, but comprehensibly so, out of the original Cook Serve Delicious trilogy. But I love it. I absolutely adore it, and I would recommend it most highly to anyone even tangentially interested in that kind of gameplay. I haven't played Cook Serve Forever yet. I've heard a lot of mixed things that suggest I might not like it a lot. And also I screwed up. The Cook Serve Delicious developers, I guess, are aware of me and my appreciation for their series. And they actually offered me a key for Cook Serve Forever. And I never redeemed it. And it evaporated into ether, so. My bad. Honestly, can't wait to get the Virtual Boy articles, see them puff that shit up. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I know it's early in the evening. I don't normally do this on Power Hours. I'm so excited to get back to the Power Hours. And I've been out all day. And I haven't actually been drinking much. I made myself a really strong whiskey lemonade, but I haven't pre-gamed tonight, so I might be a little more straight-laced than usual. I know, huge disappointment. But let's go ahead, talk about the contents of the magazine, talk about how we're gonna handle the contents of the magazine, and then proceed from there. So This is June of 1995. It is the Weapon Lord cover feature, which I gotta admit is kind of interesting in and of itself. This is the Earthbound feature. This is the issue where, well, they had the Earthbound preview in the previous issue or the issue before, but this is the Earthbound feature. This is the one where they go through the game and all of its, a bunch of its content, and it's, you know, and it's just a bullet point on the cover. They gave it over to Weapon Lord and its giant weapons and ancient warriors. People wonder why Earthbound tanked here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that, because the article for it is a thing. So yes, Earthbound is in here. Full coverage past that is Weapon Lord, Star Trek DS9. We get a proper feature on Dirt Tracks FX, which we tried as a joke a couple months ago, and it was actually pretty good. It was like Stunt Race FX, but good. Super Turrican 2 looks pretty neat. Prehistoric Man, somebody up threads said they remembered enjoying Prehistoric Man, but I don't know if that person actually has taste or not. You never know around here, frankly, folks. Jungle Strike, I don't know if this is the SNES or Game Boy version. I hope it's the SNES version. There's only one single Take-Two review this month, which is Izzy's Quest. I guess because they packed so much, there's so many big features into this, really. Because it looks like they gave 10 pages to Earthbound and Weapon Lord. Then, of course, there's the Epic Center, where they're going to be covering news, Rise of the Phoenix, and strategies. I want to say the strategies are all about Illusion of Gaia this time. So. And then we got some seriously important special features here. One is the 16-bit Killer Instinct feature, which we'll talk about. Virtual Boy. Those of you that have been holding out for the beginning of the Virtual Boy era, it's here. This Virtual Boy preview includes titles. And I went out and I procured myself a library of Virtual Boy games. That's right, chat. I now have access to the full official library of 22 Virtual Boy titles ever released. And I got a little bonus along with it, chat. The ROM archive up on the Internet Archive also includes just as many and more homebrew Virtual Boy games. So, I don't know when we'll get to those, but we will get to those. Because I suddenly have a twice as big Virtual Boy library than I thought I was going to. And we can't let that go to waste. Cataract. Virtual Boy Quest is a short but important series. So that's why the glasses. You ruined your eyesight just test emulating them. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll either do, if we need like a small break between issues of Nintendo Power, or if I want to give an entire Friday night over to Virtual Boy homebrews, which doesn't sound like a good idea now that I've said it out loud. But one way or another, we will take a look at these bonus Virtual Boy games I got. The actual titles we will get to as Nintendo Power gets to it, because I mean, this system lasted a matter of months, okay? It didn't even clock a year. So, we'll get to everything via Nintendo Power, and then once their coverage of it has ended, I'll jump in and do any of the not covered or not released in the US ones as a special feature. And yeah, somewhere in there we'll do the homebrews as well. Virtual Boy Odyssey, here we come. How many there? Hopefully none. Hopefully none. God Christ, I guess I better check, shouldn't I? And then there's a Life Fitness special feature. It'll probably mean nothing to us because we'll probably go out peripherals I don't have access to and don't want access to. And then every issue is every issue. It's the usual. Players Poll, Power Charts, Classified Information, Council Score, Players Poll Contest, Power Players Arena, now playing Pack Watch next issue. Of particular note, they actually call out a Pack Watch feature right here. Another big preview of the Nintendo Ultra 64, which I'll remind you, we're not doing N64 games yet, but we should be getting close to capability. I did, back in October of last year, order myself an Analog 3D, which is Analog's custom boutique answer to the Nintendo 64. It was supposed to ship Q1 of this year. It's Analog, so of course that didn't happen. They are currently promising that we'll have them by the end of July. It's currently July, and I haven't heard anything new, so I'm expecting another delay, but you never know. And before I am so rudely reminded, I have already committed to playing Ocarina of Time on the channel in its entirety as the first thing on my brand spanking new Analog 3D. Also, yeah, I don't know what that's gonna... I don't know if the tariffs have anything to do with it or what. I mean, everything Analog does gets delayed. My Analog Pocket, I want to say, was like close to a year late, maybe. There were at least 2 or 3 delays on that one. But yeah. I know, Lojo High, I know. I'm really hoping I get it this month. That would actually fit into my plans quite nicely, so. Speaking of plans, we need to make a plan. We need to make a plan for Earthbound. We talked about Earthbound at the end of the last issue. I just want to double check and confirm. Oh, new shirt, yeah. Sorry, forgot to mention this to y'all. Or it's the Super Mario Bros. Shirt. It's the one I got from the Nintendo Museum. Very comfy. It's very nice. And if you're wondering about the glasses, I wore my glasses today on a lark because I wasn't gonna be on the computer for most of the day and I wouldn't be wearing my headphones. I gotta be honest though, I hadn't really worn glasses with these headphones since I got them, and it's pretty comfortable so far. We'll see how the evening progresses. The night is young, of course, unlike myself. So we'll see if it becomes a pain in my head. But yeah. Okay. Earthbound. I think it's a foregone conclusion that we're gonna do a democratic playthrough of Earthbound. My plan for Earthbound was to pop it out and do it sometime after Atelier Aisha. Now, I am not necessarily going to jump straight to Earthbound after Atelier Aisha ends, and I want to make sure y'all are clear on that so that you don't think during our democratic playthrough of Atelier Aisha that you are voting between Atelier and Earthbound, because you are not, okay? You are not voting for anything in the future. You're only voting on whether or not you want to see more Atelier Aisha, okay? So remain focused, chat. You can buttress your feelings on that. I don't really know if that's the right thing to be buttressing in this situation necessarily, but I say that about everything else, so we'll run with it. That's my plan. So with that in mind, I was not planning on playing Earthbound tonight. We will definitely talk about its coverage, because its coverage definitely invites conversation. But as for actually playing it, it's going to get the full democratic playthrough treatment Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at some point in the future. So I could, the alternative, which I will mention, is that I let it preclude the Power Hours itself. And we play through Earthbound Thursdays and Saturdays, and that would take over a month's worth of Power Hours. I believe it's around a 30-hour RPG. So at least 10 nights, which is at least 5 weeks, which would be like a month and a half probably of no power hours. So I'm pretty sure we don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure we all need the pressure valve that is coming together to commiserate over surviving this 90s ass graphics design. So if we're all in agreement, we're all cool, if we're all accepting of this, we'll discuss Earthbound tonight, but not play it, and then it'll get its full playthrough sometime after Atelier Aisha. I can guarantee you this year, which I know sounds terrible if you're like chomping at the bit for it, but it's, y'all know me, it's the best I can do right now. Earthbound is honestly probably the game I played the most randomizer seeds of. They run a couple hours and have a lot of fun writing. Oh, interesting. I never even considered the possibility. No opportunity cost, they don't exist in Alchemy. Buttress, Send, and Scratch and stuff. Yeah, better than Analog. What's up, Arcane? Good to see you. I got wrapped up making nachos. What's happened so far? We're just discussing the magazine content, and in particular, Earthbound is like the major feature here, but I'm not gonna be jumping into it tonight because I'm putting it aside for a regular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday playthrough. So. What's up, 2-Hit? Gotta be honest, I'm more champion than bit for Deltarune, though with how schedules go, I'm just experiencing through VODs. I saw a post about Deltarune, another streamer who said something to the effect of, I thought I was playing a complete game, but I guess not. So I just wanted to check. Deltarune, is Deltarune done? Is Deltarune like fully released? It's not finished yet. Okay. That's kind of important. That's kind of important information. Deltarune is released in chapters. I believe there's gonna be 6 or 8. There's 4 out there right now. It's episodic. Okay. You can buy it, it'll be enjoyable. It won't be done for years. I will consider this. I will consider the possibility if some of us don't want to wait until 2035 to see it. I will keep Deltarune in consideration. I will say that definitely dampens my interest in it, because I'm already waiting on Wooden Ocean to be done, to go back to that. So I'm not exactly in a rush to go out and start another darling indie RPG that isn't finished yet, that I'll have to commit to coming back to in subsequent years. I was gonna say we did that dance before. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I am still, I don't talk about it much these days. I am still laser focused on Wooden Ocean. I am watching those posts. I'm watching those updates. I tune in to the developers' streams every once in a while just to see what's going on. I am poised and ready for the main storyline to be completed, because oh my god, I want to start a new playthrough of that so bad. I was having so much fun with that game, and I feel like it was taken from me the way the ending went down. So at least Slay the Princess is complete. Don't have to wait for that one. One of these Spooktobers maybe will do Slay the Princess. You can see the I Heart Wooden Ocean tattoo from here. I have one too. Don't we all? Don't we all? So yeah. Okay. Cool. I think we're all on the same page here. So look forward to Earthbound in the near future. I want to do Earthbound as soon-ish as possible, since we are talking about it tonight, and it is topical. And for those of you that remember your release dates, there is another big-ass RPG very close down the pipe here that I would really like to get Earthbound out of the way for. I would argue an even bigger deal than Earthbound, but we'll do that when we do that. I love the giant fuck too. All right. Anyway, chat. Before we forge ahead, I need to check on one thing going on in my domicile. I have one domestic matter to attend to, and then we will get into the magazine proper. So sit tight, enjoy this 90s ass design, however much your eyeballs can behold, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay? All right, situation nominal. I'll just need to go, I will need to go check again in about 20 minutes or so. Bigger than Fire Emblem at this point in Western art, like in Western gaming, yes, definitely. I like 15 Fire Emblems and 2 Redacted, so not even close. Actually, we're streaming Fire Emblem instead. Femblem. Femblem's good. I like that. All right, chat. Here we go. Turning the page. Yeeting ourselves into Player's Pulse. Do people still say yeet? I'm not hip. I'm not with it. I don't know. I don't know these things. Anyway, requests are open. If you want to get saucy, and jump in there. What are these nerds talking about this month? Oh, they're still talking about the changes. We're like halfway through the year here, and they're still discussing the changes to Nintendo Power. About the new changes in Nintendo's Power's appearance. They're great. Anyone who thinks so is a fool. Flip through the pages. You gotta love the depth of those cool graphics. Chat, you gotta love the depth of these cool graphics. Beth Lee from Linden, New Jersey said so. How do you do, fellow yeets? Absolutely adore the new Epic Center for us adventure players. One thing, where are the comics? What happened to the comics? Your comics were one of the things that kept me reading your magazine. I think they're cool. You should keep them going. You guys make another comic. Should be out DK Country or The Secret of Mana. You know what? Either of those would have been a pretty good option. Really? Especially Secret of Mana. I wonder if Square would have gone for that. And then Nintendo Power responds. Thanks for the 2 thumbs up, Siskel and Ebert, Beth and Rick. Seriously, you may see a new comic in future issues. However, most readers tell us they want us to pack each issue with as many tips, strategies, and industry scoops as possible. I'm not sure I believe that, but at the same time, we were all idiot 90s kids at one point or another, so anything is possible. They're talking about the stereograms. We should get Nintendo's ass out of them. Bahamut Lagoon theme, when's that show up? Never. I hate to tell you. Yeah, the one possibility you have for Bahamut's Lagoon is that they mention it in passing in the Epic Center news. If it does, if it happens, it's on the table. Otherwise, it's unknown. We couldn't afford any more artists. Rick Innocent of Newcastle, PA writes, first of all, I want to say I love your magazine. I have only one problem with it. Your letter section needs to be totally redone. When I read it, it sounds like the magazine is written for 8-year-olds. I mean, I don't want to read out people's dogs read your magazine or who can make a loaf of bread that looks like a Game Boy. I mean, I do, actually. I like that. I prefer that. Let me read some more interesting letters. You need to talk about what's going on in the gaming world. Print letters that are more controversial. If something will spark up an argument. People eat it up, right? Bash the competition. Sega and Sony. Your system, the SNES, is far better than the Genesis and 32X, so make it known. Your upcoming Ultra 64 will totally annihilate Sega's next level in Sony's PlayStation. Well, chat, since we live here, in the future, we know how that worked out. Who wrote this? A cool 10-year-old? Oh, the irony of complaining. Like it sounds like the magazine is written for 8-year-olds and then publishing this letter. God love it. This is 2025 and you don't have a blue check mark. What's up, Manic? Those top 10 lists are super radical. Top 10 excuses you use when a rented game can't be returned. I'll pay for the game. Not. I confess. What are you gonna do? Put me in jail? I gave it away as a present. Someone took it. I lost it. That's not even a joke. People actually do that shit. My dog ate it for breakfast. That actually also happens too. The game didn't work. My little brother sold it. The game blew up. And I used it as a science project. Debbie Hung, I try not to be too mean on these evenings, but your list sucks. Top 10 reasons by Sega instead of Nintendo. Just a minute. Sega gives you I can't think of any more reasons. Never mind. I think I would pull something in my head if I tried to roll my eyes as hard as I wanted to right now. Nintendo is good and Sega is not. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like that should have summoned shadows. But, oh well. Chris Art has a poem about the Final Fantasy games. Melissa McCullough here has an interesting one. I just beat Illusion of Gaia and I'm very upset with the ending. I always thought that Will and Kara would fall in love or kiss or something. When they're stuck on the raft for a month, they start getting feelings for each other. When it came to the end, nothing. For a sad ending, it was still pretty good. Incisive commentary. I wonder how we went from the golly the world is so colorful of the 80s to I'm edgier than thou of the 90s within the space of a decade. We've discussed this before, haven't we? Surely somebody has broken down where the 90s extreme wave came from. No, Melissa, the real question is how the resistors eat each other. All they really needed to say was Master System. You blame Nickelodeon? I guess Nickelodeon was edging more into edgy humor with stuff like You Can't Say That on Television and their other live action series. But it is an interesting turnaround, isn't it? I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it ourselves in Nintendo Power. Like the cute, charming, colorful, happy-go-lucky Nintendo Power with their little cartoon characters that are getting into shenanigans and the innocent jibes of Nestor and Howard. How did we get here? Where did we lose our innocence, chat? Maybe it had something to do with film. Maybe movies. I feel like maybe it was movies that pushed them in that direction. Might be misestimating how late you can't say you can't do that on television. You very well might be. I don't actually remember when that ran. Was it an 80s show? Also, good evening, Cheese Toast. It's good to see you. Posted a YouTube essay about why Chikorita hate is misogyny now that traces back to Sonic the Hedgehog. Game consoles being sold in the boys' toys section. So your thesis would be marketing focusing more on the male demographic, and that kind of pulling everything in that direction. Chikorita hate online, Gamergate stuff, hate monger stuff, and MTV. Probably natural evolution, the radical 80s stuff into the extreme 90s. I might have to do some more research on this because it's something I'm very curious about. It's specifically because of Nintendo Power and how much I enjoyed and identified with the older aesthetic of the magazine. I was thinking about this the other day when I had some idle time, and I was looking forward to starting up the Power Hours again, realizing we're honestly getting further and further away from my favorite period of Nintendo Power. Like, I really, really like the early SNES era. Like, 90, 91 of Nintendo Power. Like, that was probably my favorite time from the magazine. And we are... I love Nintendo Power, don't get me wrong. But, you know, the mid-90s had a very different feel to them. And then the N64 era is where they straight lost me. So I only stayed subscribed through like issue 120 something, I think. And we're over halfway there now. Not over halfway done with Nintendo Power, mind you, but we're over halfway to the point where I gave up on it, because I did give up on it. So yeah, I have a vested interest in understanding why media and advertising in general went in this direction. And I mean, if anybody drilled down to why Nintendo Power specifically went in this direction, I mean, I could certainly make suppositions as part of the following the greater trend and advertising and marketing trends of the era, but yeah, it did lose something for me over time. Hard to watch them kiss ass for N64 if you don't own an N64. You'll see when we get there. The coverage of the N64 is just different. It feels like a very different magazine at that point. We'll have a lot to talk about that. We'll have a lot to talk about when we get to the issues that I never had. You know? Wow, I misestimated. Wikipedia claims Nick picked it up in 81! Holy shit, you can't do that on television that's older than I am. That's crazy. Yeah, Arcane, by all means, post that in Discord. Please do. Whew. All right, the envelope art showcase. Looks like we got a badass Chun-Li, Earthworm Jim, Donkey Kong, Link, Street Fighters, Uniracers, really good Uniracers one. Probably the best of the bunch, honestly. Though that badass Chun-Li is a close second, and then more Street Fighter. So 7 envelopes, and 3 out of the 7 are Street Fighter. That's pretty cool. Apparently Switch 2's refresh rate is kind of terrible and doesn't hit the benchmark of true high def. I wonder how much of a difference that actually makes for the game playing experience. Because I feel like all the people I've heard with Switch 2s are really, really enjoying it. But I don't know. Might be something that wears on you or becomes more noticeable over time. So, anyway, chat. We gotta talk about the power charts. I straight up forgot the power charts were between here and Earthbound. You gotta admit, I covered for it pretty well, right? I did pretty okay there. All right, what's going on this one? All right, Super NES Top 20. The top 3 have not changed since last month. Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy 3, and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past are all remaining static. Interesting that Link to the Past is so high up here. And then, actually, wait, the top 7 haven't moved at all. Super Metroid is 4th, then NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Earthworm Jim, and Mega Man X2. None of those moved. And wait, this is last month's power charts. Duh. And then we got Secret of Mana at 8, up from 11. Kirby's Dream Course at 9, up from 17. Weapon Lord is on here, making a strong start at 10. And then Mortal Kombat 2, Final Fantasy 2, Super Mario Kart, Earthbound, SimCity, Aerobiz, Supersonic Illusion Guy, and NBA Live, True Lies, and Ken Griffey Jr. So Weapon Lord, Earthbound, and True Lies are new, and SimCity and Aerobiz Supersonic have returned from the grave here. Track needs a comical clown. All of them do, really. Do you want to play more Kirby's Dream Course? I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish it was like DK94, but I don't think Kirby's Dream Course and I get along that well. Frankly, I think it would be a fair bit of struggle. So yeah, pardon me. We'll get to talking about the Game Boy Top 10, which did reshuffle and got 2 new entries on it. Link's Awakening at 1, same as last month, but then Donkey Kong Land, Metroid 2, Tetris, Super Mario Land 2, Wario Land, Donkey Kong, that's DK94. And then new this month is Kirby's Dream Land 2, then Mortal Kombat 2, and also new this month, Mario's Picross. What's up, Beth? Kinda, sorta. Good to see you. Glad you're here. And then this month's specialty chart is Top 10 Puzzles. Of course, Tetris is going to be number 1. Tetris can't not be number 1. I'm surprised Mario's Picross is at number 2. It might have just been timing. That it's new to players and it has Mario in the name. But then after that is Dr. Mario, Shanghai 2, which I guess is one of those like Mahjong tile matching games. Breakthrough, Yoshi's Cookie, Tetris 2, Tetris and Dr. Mario, Bust-A-Move, and Kirby's Avalanche. What we know now is, something else. I did play DK Land, yeah. It's okay. Better than I expected, but not exactly captivating. It is interesting that Dream Course took a couple months to even rank, and now it's rising quickly. It is, isn't it? It is. Because the Dream Course feature was a while back. Oh, you want to see what Shanghai 2 is? Oh, it's on Super NES. I think I do remember this. Had a pretty amazing pizza today. It was chicken tikka. Chicken tikka? But pizza? That sounds really good. Oh my goodness. Look at this bevy of relaxing games. Well, not Kirby's Avalanche. I'm gonna get my ass spanked in that. But hey, I ain't again it. I can deal with that. Let's do it, chat. Puyo Puyo, it's Puyo Puyo. Puyo Puyo, that's it. I had Bust-A-Move on my brain. Because I guess we played Bust-A-Move in the last issue. I get Bust-A-Move and Puyo Puyo crossed in my head. I know I shouldn't. They're very different, but cute bubble puzzle game things. I think I might remember what Shanghai 2 is now. I think I might know what this is. If memory serves. Here's Avalanche, the re-implementation of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Yeah, Puyo Puyo really got around, didn't it? Alright, hold up. Yeah, we played this before. It's got a pretty neat intro for this kind of game, but Shanghai 2, an opportunity for me to fix dinner. Alright, we're doing it. I suck at these. I always end up making the wrong choice somewhere and screwing everything. If there's strategy to your picks in this game, I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's literally just guesswork or if you're really supposed to logic your way through the order or something. Also, some of these you don't match exactly, and I always forget which of those is which. It's the seasons? Okay. Spring in the upper right is one. Upper left, you mean? Oh, so I can do spring and summer, yeah. Oh, that was cool. Some logic, always check a tile is blocked in by one of its matches. Karishi. So like this one. So like I really need to clear this one, right? Or did I already clear two of those? Am I already screwed? Did I already bone myself on this one? Because I would absolutely believe it. No. Right click two of those, you have to work your way in from the other side. Yeah, so I need the match for that, which I don't see yet, so. Bottom four in from the left. Ah, okay, okay, yeah. Oh, I see different from the last time I played. Do I have better speak up set right now? I made a Dargan! Fortunate as possible, I have a completely unwitting. Oh, is it? Well, that's some bullshit. So it's entirely possible that I already lost this. Just right from the jump, huh? Well, honestly, that's a good excuse for me. I think I can only benefit from that fact. Where is this guy? This one's concerning me a bit. I don't see it. Oh, a game where it's down to two tiles, one atop the other. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I don't get a little fanfare when I match these. Very disappointing. Worst that was top center tiles on top of all 3 of its. Wow. Wow, that is rude. That is amazingly rude. Doot-dee-dee-doot-dee-doot. Doot-dee-dee-doot-dee-doot. Felt like I had a really compelling reason for doing that, and I forget what it was. Oh, I gotta watch out for this one too, yeah? Well, I can actually fix this right now. I always liked doing these. Like, I first experienced them through, like, shareware compilations on PC. And I didn't fully understand the rules of them, certainly. But I did like messing around with them. I just never really put much, like, real time into them. Into learning the strategies. Plants are also paired with tiles that don't look alike. Bamboo, orchid, mum, plum blossom. Okay, cool. So the seasons and the plants. I think the only plant I've seen is bamboo, though. So far, anyway. Scratch the itch on the brain, very nice. All the best puzzle games do that. They tickle parts of your brain. I've got 3 of these out now. Okay. Decide I'm over food. I made instant oatmeal. I'll have cereal or something later and eat a real meal for breakfast. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Where is this guy? I want that guy. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-deet. Boo-dee-dee-doo-dee-dee-doot. Bam! Bam! Boo. Food really is such a hassle sometimes. I'm not even gonna pretend it isn't. Do I need this guy out? Or do I need this guy out? This way. Oh, there's that thing. Calorie restriction is usually good. It's okay. I've been using oatmeal today to do so. It looks like that goes with that, which is gonna be a big pain in the ass. I don't like this stack. This stack worries me. I don't like where this is headed, chat. I mean, pretty lost already. Yeah, it don't look good. Well. Okay. Well, it was unwinnable. Yeah, I clearly got one of those unwinnable boards. Yep, no big deal. 3 of the 8 number tiles are on top deck from the start. Yeah, at least it tells you. So, all right. One more check. I will be right back. Enjoy the folly of my efforts, and then we'll get to some of these other games, okay? Sit tight. Okay, I think we're good. Pretty sure we're good. There are no more moves is pretty bleak out of context. You make sure his bootleg operation is going okay. Shh. Shh. Okay. That was Shanghai. Let us now experience Kirby's Avalanche for the first time for some people. Get this going. I don't think I've ever won a game of Shanghai or whatever you call that. Ever. Come to think of it. I had to scroll right past Kirby's Superstar to get to this one. Hurts, chat. It hurts bad. But we'll get there. One of these days we'll get there.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Somebody pointed out last time we played this that the background texture, yeah, it says Kirby, but it also says Puyo Puyo at the bottom of the columns. Did once on win ratio isn't great. Yeah, it's these little blobby dudes.
Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche. So we'll play like one level of this and then get just absolutely destroyed by the computer. I got an unwinnable match and gave up ever since. Competition. So the learning stage of the tutorial. We'll do normal. It won't matter.
Poppy Brother Senior.
Poppy Brother Senior? Or are that supposed to be Kirby talking? Hi, Kirby. Want a bomb sandwich? I'll breathe in your pathetic bombs and send them right back at you. That's right. Kirby's a huge asshole in this game. Stalemate. Okay, let's compete in a quick game of Avalanche. I will break you. The music's pretty good in this. I remember that. I also remember I just really don't have the brain power for this game. I'm just not good at it. Sega was okay with this? Well, I mean, Nintendo was beating their asses at this point. What were they gonna say about it? Nintendo domination. Actually, I guess the story of Puyo Puyo in the West would be pretty interesting. Because I really don't know the details of how all this went down. I'm gonna see if I can set up another combo and finish him off. Not that it really matters. He's doing terrible. Like, he basically killed himself. I didn't even have to set up a combo. He just sucked.
Wispy Woods.
Wispy Woods. Gonna beat my ass. Please don't tread on my roots. It would not be a wise decision. I feel like some apple pie. Shadow's gonna be very busy, not trying to tell us about Mado Monogatari. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Wispy just shows up to kick your ass. Like, this is just a thing that happens. This is just the nature of it. I mean, look at those fucking combos he's got set up over there. Death is certain. I do like a little dancing Kirby in the middle, though. That's really cute. That was a good idea. Really wish that would combo. Oh, that did combo. Oh, hot damn. You had one level, you must know how to play now. Cool. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, shit. Oh man, I really screwed this. Okay. I don't know what to do. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Oh no, 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 no! I don't. No, that's really bad. Game's like, you sure you're not dead in there? You sure about that? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Thought you had a chance for a minute? You thought wrong. You fool! Wait, this might be okay. Oh, if that only comboed one more over, that would have been great. Oh, if I could pop that yellow one, it'd be amazing. I actually beat Wispy Woods, holy crap! I can't believe it! Kaboo. Kaboo. That was worth it. Who blocked this path with this boulder? Holy shit, this is stage 3. Your road to glory ends here. Oh, hi Kabu. Are you ready for a game of Avalanche? Kirby playing nice all of a sudden. I really like that. Kabu. Acting like nothing happened. Oh no, not there. I need that to live. Or not. Ooh, combo potential. Yeah. If you can bury their shit, that actually makes a pretty big difference. Cool. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I really need... I need a red. Yeah, that one. Yeah, just eat the middle out of that. Great. Great, great, great. No! Oh, I screwed that up. Nuts. Nuts to that. Okay. I don't perform well under pressure, chat. Okay, this might be good. Yeah, that. Oh. Brutality. The problem is if they recover and start clearing them.
Cool.
Oh no! Not cool! Maybe we shouldn't have done that. I beat Kaboo! I'm on fire tonight, chat. Imagine I played So Wakes the Deep. That was quite good, and unlike other Chinese room games, you did stuff. Oh yeah, I would like to play that one. Oh, what a mess. Must I clean up this entire forest? I'd worry more about cleaning up your Avalanche skills first. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. Dust, sweep. Huh? Nani? Nani the hell? Nanja kore wa? Sweeping guy is losing his mind over there. Sweep, sweep, sweep. No, I needed that. Okay, we're gonna set up a big ass combo. We're just gonna flatten this dude. I hope. Oh Jesus God, I hope. Oh no, oh no, 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 don't ruin this for me. Don't ruin this for me. I kind of ruined this for myself, actually. Shit, okay. I gotta get rid of a bunch of this crap. No! Oh, he's cleaning up. He's cleaning house, chat. Filling combos with junk kind of adds more fuel for combos. It can if you can dig your way out of it. But, you know, it's also a matter of whether or not you can manage that. Like, I'm doing a pretty... I was doing a pretty decent job of staying out of trouble, but now things are kind of going bad again. Oh god, 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 no! That's what I needed. Okay, so there I was able to dig back down. I am surviving. No, not cool. I don't like it when he says cool. I really don't like that. The attrition is simply too great, chat. My addled mind cannot keep up. No, 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 no. No, not cool. Oh, I got obliterated. What's your name? My name is Mud. That's pretty cute. Alright. That, for anybody wondering, is Kirby's Avalanche. I was swept. I didn't beat WAD BHR 1, but I made 4th place. All right, let's wash it down with a little bit of Mario's Picross, shall we? Which is actually very much unlike other Picross games I play. My Picross obsession has cooled slightly. I just occasionally play on my phone from time to time. Mario. Sounds so ominous. All right. So I think I was doing regular Picross last time. Played the Quake 2 remaster again last night, which is similar to Picross. I remember you have a very generous time limit. Yeah, you have like 30 minutes, but errors just destroy you. This is all the way across. Leave that. Let's see. Yeah, it's like -2. That's right. Yeah, it mounts. It mounts as you make more and more mistakes. You know what? This is symmetrical, isn't it? I can just go in. Maybe made it a little too easy. Yeah, it's probably like a firefly. Yeah, it's a fire flower. 4114. Yeah, it's gonna be its eyes. That's not logic. Logic right here. Oh, 6 and 8. Yeah. Wait, no, it isn't. Because the extreme game marketing strategy video goes into how to create a hate, rude, and misogyny feedback channel, and also pick my nostrils. Nice! I can't wait to see both. I think it's a telephone. I think it kind of has to be a telephone. 5. Okay. What else am I missing here? Oh, these are 3s. My bad. There it is. So happy when this became available on 3DS. God, if I had had this on my, well, if I had a 3DS, I would have played so much of this, I think. Heliophone. call the 911. Oh, I didn't want... it doesn't matter. Okay, I got some free hints here. Oh, we can go ahead and clear these. Mark these over. Oh. Oh, there is... Yeah, there is one. That was dumb. Okay, that was my one mistake. I can't make any more. Oh no, I accidentally cleared it over. Oh. Can't be having that. Okay. Okay, this row is done. Sounds like a mistake to me. Oh god, no. Not there. Oh, it's here. Shoot, I missed that. Okay. How do you suppose this is? No, I didn't. Ah, I misclicked. Boy, that was brutal. Can? Looks like a can to me. What am I missing here? Okay. Just knocking that timer down to what you need. A building on fire. I can do it. Can it be just all Mario before you? No hints. Alright, that's right out. And that's right out. And that's right out. And that's right out. Congratulations. That's 3, and then nothing, that's nothing, that's 3, and then nothing. Okay. Fortunately, once you do the outer columns, the 2, 2, 3 only fits like this, which makes that a lot easier. That's gotta be like that. That's like that. Oh, no, wrong button. That's like that. Here. There's only one more in here. Is there or not? The Minesweeper, you actually have a chance. I've beaten Minesweeper. I've actually beaten all 3 difficulties of Windows Minesweeper. Yeah, there's guessing involved, I know. Let's see, that has to be 3. That has to be 3. No idea how that reminds me of speedrun and speedrun strats with videos that exist on YouTube. So this whole column is done, which is nice, because that locks in a bunch of stuff for me. Alright, that's that. So that's done. That's a 3, so that goes there. That's done. That's gotta go there, which means this is a 4. Playing version of this from some bundle, got really used to looking for the patterns, but now it's all atrophied. I've been wondering about that, like if the second sight you get for this sort of thing fades over time. I guessed that one, but it was a pretty educated guess, if you ask me. Of course, I'm gonna say it's an educated guess. Okay, so that 2 goes here. Guess that too, but I can. Onion, which is indeed sort of a butt. That makes that 4. That's 1, so that can't be that. That goes there. This is a 3. Oh, I can safely assume that. Got it. My version will eventually get to puzzles where they don't tell you when you make a mistake. No, because when you make a mistake, you're penalized time. That's the big difference. I imagine the logic just gets... Oh, it's garlic. Seems more like butt. There's only 2 more puzzles. Let me do them. 2 more puzzles in level 2. Can't stop, chat. Congrats, garlic. That's so obnoxious. 6 and 7 is so annoying because there's only 2 possible configurations. What's up, Afterglow? You two have been playing this game in beta still? Oh, I would love to actually have a copy of this on for my Game Boy. I think that'd be really, really nice. Let's put that in. Alright, and then these, we know are all blocked off. Means these have to be 2s. That's blocked off. That's blocked off. And then that's mostly that. So this is a perplexing one. Because you can actually fit a 7 in here. This could be the 1, and then you get a 3 over here. Or this could be part of the 7. And then you fit a 1 here and a 3 here. Nasty little bit of work, Beth. Been playing a couple of nonogram games on PC2. Picross and Grimoire. I've heard of Art. I don't think I've looked at Picross. I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, no, I do have guaranteed hits in this row, I think. See, this is what I like about the phone ones I play. They let you make these marks without penalizing you, though I guess that's what the scratches are for. Eliminate most of the 3 columns. Oh god, you're right, yeah. Oh, then it can't be. Okay, actually, that changes everything. Then these do have to be 7. That made a huge difference. And these have to be 1s. Picross is very cute. It's all about mice rats. You get to unlock customizable items just for fun. That does sound nice. It does sound like a good time. Our left column is done. You're right. And then 6s have to go over here. Oh crap! I went too far. Glad they don't penalize you for the little cross marks. Okay, that can't be that, so it's gotta be that, which means that's that. Means that's a 2, and none of those can be. 10, 11. That one's done. You're done. That's you. Fist. I think it's a thumbs up, actually. Yep. I guess, like... What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. Shadows, you missed some very, very fun Sega bashing earlier. It was so sad. A really weird DSi game tried to combine Picross with like wizardry-like. Dungeon layouts made little pictures. And that's super cool. That sounds really, really neat. Okay, humor me, chat. I'm gonna do one more puzzle here. I gotta finish level 2. Oh, I see a 15. Blessed 15. See you on the 3DS eShop for $5 each. Or legit use. Sounds cool. Sounds very cool. There's about 13 left. So... That's gotta be only 2 in the box. For that. Sorry, chat, it's midnight. I gotta finish level 45. Oh yeah, QT Goat. Afterglow was talking about Picross. Sounds like I might have to check it out. Seven. Which I think settles that. That's a 6. And that's a 6. The Nintendo Power and Pantech knows their letters. They're some real jackass kids. Oh, I think this has to be... Yes, this does. That has to be 7, and that has to be 4. Just because of the way the math works. That can't be that or that. Oh no, it can't be that. Never mind. Ah, can't be that. The console wars. So this can't be that. So that has to go there. That's that, and that's that. And then we get a... Gotta go here. That's got to be the 2, and that's got to be the 3. And that has to be a 4 up here. Which means we got a 2 and a 2. This is probably this one, but I'm gonna wait on that. Laughing dog wearing ranger hat. This is a 10, so that's 11. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 1. This one's done, and that one's done. That's 3. Here's your 11. That's 2 2s. That has to be that. 12, 4, 9, 10, 12. That was done, actually. Okay, so that's 2, 2, and that one's a 3. That has to go like that. That's a singleton. Nope, that's a button. That's you. Okay, I knew that had to go there. And then, alright, so that's your 3. Nope. God, I'm so glad they don't penalize you for those. This one's 3, 3, 2. That's that. So that's that. Alright, 4, 5, that's 7, 5, 6, 7. Those are all 1s except that. That's 3, and that's 2, and I got it! What is it? Hamburger! It's a top-heavy hamburger, is the thing. Can't tell if toadstool or burger. If you say so. Why is top bun so big? It's lettuce, I think, is the thing. The top and bottom buns are the same size. The meat patty is slightly smaller, and the lettuce is slightly bigger. I think that's what's throwing y'all off. Threw me off too. It's fine. I thought it was the power balancer for Mega Man 5 on Game Boy, but whatever. Anyway. Alright, I did it, chat. I finished level 2. Perhaps another time we shall experience more of this. Perhaps we'll bring it back in style. The hard hat guy with a big goofy smile. Curious about Uma Musume, but gosh, I only have the attention for like 1.5 of these, so yeah. Alright, chat. Hang on a sec. I need to check something. Be right back. Okay, that was it. I have confirmed that bedtime was a success. You sneaky way to play more Picross, chat. But all the fun as funny as this simulation game. Oh, I just need to check his Uma Musume account. Would like to unknow what Uma Musume is now. Oh, I know what well, I understand the Japanese, so. Alright, chat. Anyway, I didn't actually finish talking about the charts here. We didn't talk about the most wanted, which I think should include no surprises. Nintendo Power Readers have announced their wish list. These games and systems are hot enough to give you a 3rd-degree burn. We might be heard. Be sure to send in the players' poll card this issue. Alright, number 1 is Killer Instinct on the N64. Number 2 is Mortal Kombat 3. Number 3 is the Nintendo Ultra 64 itself, what we know now as the Nintendo 64. 4 is Doom 64. 5 is the Virtual Boy. You poor children. 6 is Diddy Kong. Not like a game. They just want Diddy Kong. I guess Nintendo fomented more furry awakenings than we really thought. I want the real Diddy Kong. Just the concept of Diddy Kong. Chimp is DTF. Make Diddy Kong real. Diddy Kong, please adopt me. Diddy Kong, though? 7 is Donkey Kong Country, which makes sense. 8 is Final Fantasy 3. 9 is Mega Man X2. I don't remember X2 being this popular. And 10 is the Super Game Boy. Yes. Gotta play it loud on the Super Game Boy. More like Dickie Kong. And then the Hall of Fame is kind of ridiculous. Battletoads, okay, fine. Love it or hate it, Battletoads does have an important place in the gaming landscape. Mega Man 6, though? Even Nintendo Power admits it was only 10 months on the chart. I'd have to go back and look at the other 1995 mags, but I think they only mentioned the original Mega Man. And then Mega Man 6? But, like, not any of the... Maybe Mega Man 2? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they mentioned a Mega Man game every single month, but I'm sorry. I am sorry. Mega Man 6 does not deserve to be on any classics list. Anywhere. For any reason. It is easily the most boring of the original 6 Mega Mans. Narrator voice, Oddish was not sorry. It's true, too. Got my number, narrator. Yeah. I have strong opinions about the Mega Man games. And Mega Man 6 is not deserving of much, frankly. So, you know it is, though. Mega Man 6 to me felt like the WoW devs can't wait to be doing anything else with this franchise on SNES. Yeah. And then Mega Man 7 is kind of... I really gotta play Mega Man 7 again to give you a proper estimation of it, but it is not my favorite, and I don't think it ever will be my favorite. Mega Man 6 is okay. We put it up against, like, Mega Man X6. Favorite JRPG character, Pooh. What's up, Vesty? Good to see you. Okay. For anyone who straggled in late, for anyone who doesn't know, don't bother requesting this. Don't bother calling a vote on this. This one's locked in for a full playthrough. It will happen sometime after Atelier Aisha, so that we don't have to stomp all over like 5 weeks of the power hours to get it done. But sometime after Atelier Aisha, I'm committing to sometime this year for sure. I will do a democratic playthrough of Earthbound, but not yet. However, tonight we are going to talk about Nintendo Power's coverage of Earthbound, cause I kind of feel like they contributed to it being so overlooked. I feel like Nintendo Power had a hand in it being buried. For this on video game mystery YouTube vid with Mega Man 6 and Mega Man X, sorry, I'm an idiot, were developed at the same time. There's a mystery game studio that was called in to help Capcom out, and Mega Man X3 is a result of the studio being allowed to work by themselves on. Interesting. I love Mega Man X3. I will certainly revisit that opinion when we play X3, but I think personally X3 is my favorite of the X games. I think 7 is its largest problem is Mega Man X1 and 2 showed off how fucking rad an SNES Mega Man could be, and then 6, yeah. 7 is too much like the originals after X just blew the doors off the place. I mean, Tina said he was playing 7, hadn't found the power armor before doing the Wily stage. Yeah, he's gonna have a real bad time. Like 8, genuinely. I have never played 8. It's the... 8 and 11 are the only mainline Mega Mans I've never played at this point. Itoi now makes Hobo Nichis, the neat yearly planner that is all the rage in stationary field. I had a couple. Didn't Itoi play the dead? My neighbor Totoro. Well, this is okay. This right here, the interview with Shigesato Itoi, is definitely gonna be the most interesting part of this feature. 11's on sale. 11's always on sale. It is. Yeah, it's what, like 12 bucks or something right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the main body of this coverage. Because I don't know if I want to spend a ton of time on it. I more want to talk about the nature of it rather than the actual content. And then we'll go through the interview with fine-tooth comb. Because as a child, as an idiot child, I just cared about the game stuff. I didn't care about the interview stuff. So I don't know any of the information they share here. And it's a lot, because they continue this sidebar through all 10 pages of this feature. So I think it'd be like if we got a Mario 1-style game immediately following World. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mega Man 7 actually felt like a step back from X1 and X2. Same sort of way, like, I didn't love Final Fantasy VII that much because it felt like a step back from 6 in certain ways. 9 and 10 are admittedly the ones I have a hard time returning to. Not think these are bad. 8 does a lot of cool stuff. I know 9 and 10 are probably the first era retro revival games. Yeah. I really like 9. I think 9 is just an excellent revival of the franchise. I did not like 10 so much. 10 felt more like, okay, we did the straight revival, now we're going to do our own thing. And I felt like their own thing just wasn't as good. Kind of like the Bionic Commando revival. Bionic Commando Rearmed was super good, and then the direct sequel to that wasn't. It was super frustrating and weird and forgettable. And I think we ran out of music. We did. Well, we can't have that. Yeah, let's go over here. Enjoyed both, still working on finishing 11. I'll go back to him sometime. I mean, I've worked my way through so much of the Mega Man series at this point. 9 was perfect for you? Yeah. 10's big gimmick was supposed to be co-op and got cut, so it's 9 again, 2 again. Alright, this special Epic Center in-depth report looks at an invasion of epic proportions. Scenes from Nintendo's New Earthbound depicted in the following pages may shock you, stun you, and leave you wriggling and gasping like a beached trout. We suggest psychiatric guidance for readers who continue beyond this point. When dreams lead to madness, who will wake you for breakfast? What can be said about Earthbound? Quick aside, there are few sentences in the English language that I hate more than what is there to be said? What can be said about blah? I don't know, fuckface. Maybe everything that comes after that sentence? It is the most irritating nothing block of text in the English language. And to me, it is like a huge red flag of a total amateur hour writer. It drives me insane. He got burned using in college. You shut the fuck up, Eva. Earthbound is a land of contrasts. What can be said about what can be said? I don't know, but it's fucking annoying. Tell us how you really feel, author. Better something's weird at the time is about Earthbound. Yeah. I don't know. It's not. It always. Yeah. What can be said about X feels like ChatGPT bullshit. It sounds like the kind of thing that only an AI should be regurgitating, but no. Like, frankly, lazy writers will throw that in to sound more. I think people try to use it as a shortcut to sounding like thoughtful and introspective. And it just frustrates me. Any waste of space. Being in localization for 14 years, I had to be concise. That was one of my chief concerns. You pare stuff down as much as possible without losing any of the actual substance to it. And what can be said about X is pure fluff. It is nothing. It tells you nothing about what you're writing about. It only tells you about the author, and it tells you nothing good. I agree. It's like when media does a bunch of self-deprecating jokes about why about its existence, which makes me mentally scream. Why do you exist? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to meet the word requirement without doing more work. Yeah. I mean, that's not the case here because A, it's 1995 and large language models aren't a thing. And B, Nintendo Power's writers don't have any intelligence artificially. Well, you just wait because we're just getting started here. In simple terms, this is a 24 megabit RPG housed in plastic with battery backed up memory, 3 slots for separate game files, about 40 hours worth of mind-bending play. We use the term play in the loosest sense, for there is nothing innocent about the game in spite of its charming appearance. When the first players tentatively pop this game into their Super NES consoles, they're instantly infected by what has become to be known as the Earthbound phenomenon. Mentally transformed into video game heroes, they actually believe they were battling the alien force called Gaiagus. Those victims lucky enough to be unplugged went through weeks of denial, during which they often attempted to use their fictional psi powers and ray guns from the game world. Many reported flashbacks in which they scavenged through garbage cans, rode atop sea servants, battled postmodern art, and called home to their mothers on a regular basis, but the true scope of the horror was not realized until one recovering victim was discovered singing the blues on a bus headed out of town. Please, help us end the suffering. Just say, no more. I was gonna say, what's wrong with this picture, chat? But Eva hit it on the head. Likening a game to an infectious disease is a good start. Spoiler alert, there's 10 pages of this, culminating in this book stinks too. So yeah, I really do think Nintendo Power, well, this was all part of Nintendo's overall marketing ploy for Earthbound, to be weird and kooky and kitschy about it. But here we're focused mainly on Nintendo Power's part in that, and Nintendo Power's part in that was taking a very tongue-in-cheek critical approach to describing Earthbound, and I genuinely think that it hurt the game's potential. And one big reason I say that is that this feature drove me away from the game as a child. As a huge fan of RPGs at the time, and someone who has always really appreciated this art style, I always thought this game looked really, really cool. This feature makes it sound like garbage. It really, really does. I mean, we're all adults now. I'm an editor. I can see what they're going for here. I can see how more mature readers might have gotten more value out of this, but as a child at the time, I thought this feature made the game sound terrible. I thought it gave it an overall negative pallor. Spoke up its comparison to the American lifestyle, i.e. trash. Ran full third grade book report by a kid that didn't read the book. What can be said about Encyclopedia Brown? It's a blue book and 84 pages long. Previous more irony poison than X-Play review circa 2003. Yeah. So, I won't read this whole thing because it will get painful, but I am going to pull out some choice lines here. For example, how Earthbound will destroy civilization as we know it. Onet, average suburban town or root of all evil? Onet seems like an average American community, but no. In Onet, dogs run off their leashes, crows attack children, policemen are rude. It is here where the glowing meteorite lands and the infection of Gaiagus first spread. Some players, even after undergoing reverse brainwashing, Demand that Onet be wiped off the face of the earth as the source of all evil, not to mention awful odor that smells like old athletic socks. Half of this paragraph is just like playing with this fantasy scenario where players damaged by playing the game want the first town in it completely and utterly destroyed for actual identifiable reasons, like it smelling bad. Like, I know this sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous to break this down like this, but I can tell you as an editor and watching for over a decade how people respond to my writing, like the vibe you generate through your writing is often more important than the actual content of it. It doesn't matter how clever or ironic this all is, the overall vibe of this review is bad. It has a bad aura. It has a bad feeling. It focuses on so many bad things. Yes, it's trying to ironically get you to understand that the game's good through this sort of reverse psychology, kooky, kitschy approach. But the vibe you get from it is bad. It's mean-spirited, exactly. It breaks so many of the fundamental how do you fuck up this badly rules of reviewing and previewing. Don't try to be clever. Being clever makes it impossible to understand the point. Especially when your audience is children. Your audience hasn't learned the nuances of language and literature that would allow them to appreciate this. At least when they're rude. Well, that's just normal. Exhibit 2. What better indictment of the game than this telling shot of Ness, the hero, and role model, mind you, reaching into a garbage can, discovering burger, and eating it. Note the lack of any reference to napkins. Straight up saying. It's straight up saying. It's an indictment of the game. Yes, it's a joke. Yes, it's tongue-in-cheek. It doesn't matter. Pizza. I once requested pizza. You said there's no pizza on the page. The meteorite in Onet resembles nothing so much as a giant alien pizza. I do not have access to alien pizza at this time, my friend. But I've been waiting so long for that. High five, cheese toast. I respect the hustle, if nothing else. I agree, Ms. Roy. There's definitely a way that they could have done this sort of tabloid journalism thing. This wasn't it. I think they overdid it. I think that's the short version. This song is... you're not going to believe this. This song is from a billiards game called Side Pocket. We're not actually doing the obscure SNES RPG soundtrack tonight. We're just doing chill SNES music. So it comes from all sorts of genres. The splash screen in Earthbound that homages old 50s movies. Just do that. I know. Like, Earthbound had a style. It had a direction. And apparently Nintendo of America had no faith in that. Had no faith that a game that plays on classic American tropes and pulp media would be able to hit in 1995. So they did this weird, twisted, backhanded, mean-spirited thing that absolutely harmed the game more than it helped. Do the Fallout thing where we just talk about the different towns completely straight while showing weird stuff going on? Yeah, absolutely. I haven't played that much Earthbound, but I do know from this feature what I could glean from it. Each of the towns has a really interesting theme or gimmick to it. Can I request side pockets since we're not playing Earthbound? The title screen art looks neat. I'd rather not. Because I don't know how long we're gonna be talking about this, and I would like to get some other games tonight if we can. Yeah, market it like a 50s monster film or something. Hate to bring it up, but Sonic 1 did backhanded insulting sounding marketing right, but I mean, the person who insults it obviously look like an annoying dweeb. Your insults are, how does the game is so fast-paced and radical and fun? How dare it look so colorful? You make another really good point there. You make a really good point there because you have to consider the source. This is Nintendo Power telling you about this. This is Nintendo Power saying these bad things about the game. It's not Nintendo Power inventing some ridiculous cartoony straw man to say these things that then the reader can focus on and hate them instead of the game. Nintendo Power is just telling you, the reader, this game stinks. What are you supposed to do as a reader? Okay. Take your word for it. Pass. Not only does Earthbound advocate the violent overthrow, humiliation, ultimate taming of infected victims, it does so without apology or compassion. When will the taming end? What the fuck are they even talking about? Violent overthrow, humiliation, ultimate taming of infected victims. It's a screenshot of battle. Maybe they're talking about the enemies, but the screenshot is like a fucking robot. They're telling you, the reader, that other similar readers hate parts of this game so much they want to destroy it. Yes! Yes, exactly. They're actually mischaracterizing player opinion of it. That is also a very good point. Yes, that is very important. It's not just Nintendo telling you this, and Nintendo being like, hey, other people like you hate this game. I got the fucking angry video game nerd do a more positive, less insulting review on this. The player experiences in and around the town of Tucson underscore the dire peril that await careless gamers who wander into Earthbound. The ominous metaphor of Mr. Carpainter and his mindless cult followers can be seen as a warning to players. It is painfully clear Earthbound itself seeks to overthrow your mind, dress you up in a purple robe, and send you outside to paint a cow blue. Be strong. Resist. Don't buy this game. Don't play this game. Is the underlying message there? Obviously not the message they intended, but that's the one they give. Is this song from Side Pocket again? No! This game is from Dynamotracer. From Squaresoft. It has a Tonberry on the cover. And a smoking dog. What in the actual hell? What in the fuck is going on, chat? Can you play that one? No, it's Satellaview. Yeah, now that's the furry bait. I'm sure somebody has the inside scoop on this one. Is this a One Piece? Is there a One Piece happening? Satellaview works on regular emulators. Yeah, but I don't have Satellaview games. And I'm not... Buddy, I'm not stopping the stream to go out and download them. The smoking dog shows up in the magazine we can try. It looks like a racing adventure game. Interesting. I don't know if anybody... Zero had you playing bits of Chrono Trigger Town. F-Zero had you playing bits of Chrono Trigger Town Explosion. That sounds neat. That sounds genuinely neat. Mizroy, I was just... If anybody has read ahead to that... If I somehow haven't convinced you yet... Allow me to read you Exhibit 8. Ness is caught perpetuating video game stereotypes time after time. In this case, Paula, as a self-empowered woman, would surely prefer to rot in prison rather than to be rescued by chauvinistic runt like Ness. Everything. Literally everything is wrong with this? There you go, Arcane. Enjoy. I mean, why would you ever? Sure, 1995, more innocent time. People didn't fully understand the scope of these things. Why would you ever insinuate, for any reason, that your video game perpetuates video game stereotypes? Why would you just put that out there? Even as a joke. No matter what, no matter how people take that, they will forever attach video game stereotype to your game. Yeah, and this is before we even get into the misogyny angle. Which, do I need to? We're all enlightened folk here. You know, I find the worst thing about this is I got an interview with the creator sidebar against this assassination piece. I know. They have okay, to be fair, as a kid, I didn't read the interview, I read the feature. Because I'm a dumb idiot kid, and I didn't find the out-of-game background information on this stuff as interesting as the actual game coverage. So, I don't blame Nintendo Power too much for that. But in light of what they actually produced for their feature, God, they really should have just published the interview and nothing about the game. It's in Chrono Trigger's engine, literally. The premises you're going on a planet-wide treasure hunting race where you're racing on planets trying to find as much loot while reaching the finish line to get points. The order in which you do planet circuits up to you. So it's fucking rad, actually. I kind of want to try it. That sounds cool, except Chrono Trigger did have a race in it. And it was clunky and sucky. So I have a concern that the core gameplay of that thing might actually be bad. Not even the weird Mode 7 minigame. There's a foot race at the Millennium Fair, and there's the actually, yeah, there's the speeder bike race against Johnny too, right? So whichever way they went with it, it's not gonna be real good. Unless they hack together something better. But it's a Satellaview game, so I don't have much faith that they bothered to do so. Alright, I can't take this page anymore, I'm turning it. I mean, it could be good. It could be good. And now that we've mentioned it, I will eventually at some point work towards doing some kind of Satellaview feature or night, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to show up in the magazine, like, at all. But it would definitely be worth checking out. I'll have to... Do y'all know offhand how many Satellaview games there were, or more importantly, how many Satellaview games are available via emulation now? Or more importantly, how many Satellaview games are available via emulation now that also have fan translations? It's a Square SNES-ish game. If it were good, we'd have heard of it. Also, good point. Speeder bike race is 5 second gear car shunted. Yeah. Apparently, Tom Bear's name is Jim, and he plays Jim. Amazing. All right, to top left chat. Further evidence of the toxic effects of Earthbound. I don't think I need to beat this to death. I think I've made my point. Look at these screenshots. Look how cool this game looks. Look how colorful and unique and charming and different this game looks. And then cast your eyes on any line of text on this page. And despair. Also, the literal insane Mario Satellaview broadcast that Vinesauce cover where Mario's a... There's what now? It's, what? Satellaview is worth it. Except they aren't selling it that much with the layout and all the captures being small. Also, yeah. They really, you know, if this is the best they could do writing-wise, they at least should have blown up the screenshots and let them carry the game. Because they were cool screenshots. It's such a bad idea. They took the idea of Gygas being a corrupting influence as part of the game. Give it to be about Earthbound, the game, yeah. Terrible fucking idea. Murders Peach and Luigi having an affair with Bowser. Peach and Luigi are having an affair, goes to jail and pulls a spoon out of his ass to dig out of jail. And Mario and Toad literally, Romancing Saga 3's release got announced it. Oh, and Mario and Toad literally try to mug Bill Gates. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a thing. Okay. So yeah, Earthbound threatens family unit. Forsyth Summers and Delom. There's a desert labeled desert. Duke Nukem is apparently in this. I had forgotten that. Moonside looks neat. Jeff fires a big bottle rocket. The postcards are nice. In any other feature, the postcards would have been a nice touch. Dear Mom and Dad, I hit town last week, took in a show, The Runaway Five, ate some bad pizza, and hurled on a bus. How's Fido? Love Ness. But they just feel completely out of place with all the character assassination going on. Those lips are very well rendered, unironically. These are they actually made clay figurines for these. These are actually photographs of clay figures. Only Prince Pooh is on a higher spiritual plane in Earthbound, but even his lofty soul will be dropped in the muck by unspeakable events that take place in Earthbound. Save as Yoshi's Island soundtrack. Earthbound may be a hazard to your nose. Let's see. The end is nigh. Repent now. The final leg of the journey in Earthbound leads players into such vile and loathsome circumstances that decorum prevents us from detailing them here. Let it be said simply that you will experience horrors like dinosaurs, aliens, time travel, and photo albums. In the end, players face the ultimate indignity of losing their humanity when they're transformed into robots. What sort of game turns young heroes into mere mechanical droids? Where will it all end? Act now, or one day soon you may wake up to discover that you have become a cellular phone. And this book stinks too. Classic. Not only does the game of Earthbound reek like some foul creature of the sewers, Nintendo's made the product even more repulsive with the player's guide that comes packaged with the game. I feel like at this point, they've lost the plot. They've lost whatever kind of clever reverse psychology thing that they were doing, and they're just shitting on the game. Didn't realize Mario was such a cognito hazard. Inside the book, you'll find a page of scratch and sniff cards bursting with odors from the game. The concept of smell marketing reaches a new low with this campaign. Your nose will be offended. Your friends will keep out of their homes. Keep you out of their homes. Your dog will probably eat the book. Ask yourself, is it really? Ask yourself, is it really worth it? Hey, Nintendo Power, what's your sales pitch for Earthbound? Ask yourself, is it really worth it? What more can be said about the fucking marketing of this game? Alright, I'm going back and doing the interview. Let me get out of the way so you can actually see it. Fairmaster had more so about just reading the damn magazine. Alright, the man behind the meteorite, Shigesato Itoi. At the time, he was 37, living in Tokyo. Writer, TV personality, and game designer. Favorite food, strawberry, tofu, and glovefish. Which I don't actually know what glovefish is. I was just chilling with the Itoi interview, my version of dissociating. In an exclusive Trans-Pacific interview, Epicenter gets a scoop from Shigesato Itoi, the author of Earthbound. You may not have heard the name Shigesato Itoi, pronounced Itoi, before, but his face is familiar to millions of Japanese TV viewers, and his articles have been published in Japan's major magazines. His many talents also take him down more unusual paths, such as the creation of Earthbound. Itoi began his career as an advertising copywriter for Seibu, a major department store in Japan. Television ads won numerous awards, drawing the attention of the public and giving him new opportunities. One of the most famous of his ads starred Woody Allen in a non-speaking role. His more recent television credits include several series of hour-long shows covering popular or quirky topics. Itoi develops the concepts of the show, then acts as the host. He has covered sports, explored ancient mines, and most recently gone fishing in famous fishing holes around the world. They're sort of describing Japanese variety shows here. I think you buy a Shigesato Itoi, but you have to go to some specialized websites. Also, real quick mention, this is such a lovely sketch of Nessa's house. I really like it. Mr. Itoi might be said to be the Japanese equivalent of columnist Dave Barry. Itoi's column in a popular Japanese magazine takes a lighthearted look at issues and events around the world. His most lasting fame comes from his work in television. Several years ago, Itoi hosted a popular sports news series. As a devoted fan of the Tokyo Giants baseball team, he vowed to shave his head if the team failed to win the Nihon Japanese, what we know now as Japanese, series. Well, they didn't. He shaved his pate on national TV. Next year, challenging the fates once more, Itoi boldly announced that if the Giants didn't win, he'd shave his head again. Luckily, they came through. Perhaps the quirkiest of his TV series was his exploration of Mount Akagi, the site of a 500-year-old gold mine. With cameras and a national audience in tow, Itoi explored the mines that burrowed into the flanks of this mountain in search of the legendary Mother Lode. He never found the treasure, but the effort has been commemorated in Earthbound with the gold mine in Dusty Dunes Desert. Cool. Very interesting. Oh, Globefish. Okay, cool. What's up, Chaos? Good to see you. So how does a famous TV host and writer become a video game author? Video game author. Interesting way to put it. According to Mr. Itoi, it all began 10 years ago when he fell in love with Super Mario Brothers. He loved playing the game, even though he admits that he's not very good at it. He thinks the characters and challenges of SMB are great, and he loves Shigeru Miyamoto's creations, but prefers to play RPGs. Why? Quote, an RPG is the only kind of game you can put down when you want to get something to eat or go to the bathroom. He joked through a translator. Quote, you can even drop it for months and come back to the game and keep going. Bit harder to do with modern RPGs, but I get where he's coming from. Mr. Itoi became involved in the Earthbound project when he visited Nintendo headquarters in Kyoto several years ago. He met with Mr. Miyamoto and expressed his interest in creating a different kind of RPG, one that doesn't rely on fantasy elements or science fiction. Quote, I wanted to create a game with real characters whom players would recognize in people around them. After his meeting with Miyamoto, Mr. Itoi met with Mr. Yamauchi, president of Nintendo Company Ltd., who gave him his blessing to the Mother Project. From there, Itoi teamed up with a company called Ape in Tokyo. Ape is best known for its books on video games, but their artistic talents perfectly matched Itoi's vision for Mother, as Earthbound was called in Japan. He knew from the start that he wanted to do something new and different. I didn't want to create a game by the numbers, he told us. Instead of putting the game in a fantasy setting, I wanted to use ordinary places. The first game was developed for the 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System, but that version never came out in the US. The current version of Earthbound for the Super NES retains many of the features of the NES original, including the sense of humor and artistic style. Foresight's photo is stylish, yeah. Can't we not include the game the man want to do an RPG and convince them that RPGs are cool? Yeah, it is, isn't it? A bit telling. When Mr. Itoi was growing up in Japan, he used to watch American TV shows. Everyone would get together to watch shows like Lucy, Gunsmoke, Flipper, The Beverly Hillbillies, and Twilight Zone. That was our picture of America. Father knows best and leave it to Beaver. I love to think of America as a place like that. You can see fragments of that America everywhere in Earthbound, from the funny enemies to the manicured lawns. This game, conceived and programmed in Japan, is a tribute to the younger, gentler United States of the 50s. Mr. Itoi ended our conversation with a comment on the differences between the US and Japan. In Japan, he said, everyone strives to be the same, to look the same, do the same things, and even think the same. What I like most about America is that everyone is an individual. This amazingly creative and individualistic Japanese man is already working on his next project, a video game, about fishing. Gentler to whom? Nintendo power to whom? We're all individuals. I'm not. Well, it's easy to say that the interview makes me a lot more interested in Earthbound than the review copy. That just comes as a surprise to literally nobody. Can you tell the staff are mostly white guys? That interview touches upon why Earthbound's atmosphere still resonates so much in the US indie scene. Yeah. Like, from this you can gather that it's trying to capture a very specific and unique vision of America. Like a vision of the American dream filtered through limited media in a different culture. I think, like, on a surface level, a lot of indie games try to capture a similar sort of weirdness. Sort of displaced feeling with their games. But yes, it's clear it comes from a place of love, yeah. He did make his fishing game? God, I hope so. So weird to get Eyes and Eat Poison the review, and admittedly poorly worded sometimes. But genuinely, seemingly pretty loving right up in the interview on the same page, yeah. Itoi Shigesato no Basuri #1. Let me check something real quick. You're not gonna fucking believe this. Man, they don't explain it. If you look... Yeah. Oh, that explains it. He also made a ton of Monopoly games, so he runs a professional Monopoly League. He is the producer on the 1993 Monopoly. I guess the Super NES one? Yeah, he worked on 7 games. Mother, Monopoly, Earthbound, Monopoly 2, his fishing game, Monopoly 3, and a pet simulator video game called Cabbage, which ended up canceled. Itoi established the company Ape Inc. as a venue for external developers help make games from Nintendo. Is creator of the Mother series. And he originally was lead designer, writer, and director on Mother 2. He was producer, director, and writer. He originally envisioned Mother 3 as a highly ambitious title for the ill-fated Nintendo 64 disk drive peripheral, which would transition the series into 3D graphics and featured elaborate cinematic cutscenes. The version of the game never came to fruition due to the failure of the 64 DD. Mother 3 was instead reimagined as a 2D title for Game Boy Advance, closer in scope to the first 2 titles, with Itoi credited as the writer. Cabbage was supposed to be another 64 DD title. Itoi said he would not be involved in a 4th title in the series. Apparently, when he was a university student, he spent a ton of time in and out of jail. He participated in a shitload of protests. Cool. This song is from Shodan Kuri Ninten Shodan Pro Mahjong. It's involved with Japan's leftist political scene a ton in the 60s. Monopoly Mother Series, a fishing game, he nailed it. There's nowhere else for him to go, so he quit and nailed out a famous journal. Had it all. Lived the dream. How many of us could say the same? All right. Anyway, chat. One more time for anyone who came in like late today. We're not starting Earthbound tonight. I've committed to doing a proper democratic playthrough of Earthbound, but that will have to happen sometime after we are done with Atelier Aisha. I am committing to doing Earthbound this year. That's the narrowest promise I can make you. It won't necessarily be immediately after Atelier Aisha. I am mentioning that specifically because I don't want anybody voting against Aisha specifically to get to Earthbound, because you may not get what you want. With democratic playthroughs, I want people voting on the merits of the game being played, not speculation on what's coming after. So yeah, we'll get to Earthbound when we get to Earthbound, now that we've made it through its horrible benighted feature. Exhibit 33, Jeff commits tax fraud. Oh my god! More shocking revelations. Earthbound character Jeff and Donuts blast Electrospectre with illegally obtained bottle rockets, cheating the government out of vital tax revenues. That wasn't even a joke. Sam Samuel L. Jackson actually would legit recommend looking up stuff on his life for him. An actor is genuinely fascinating. I will do that. I will do that. Alright, anyway, chat. Despite Nintendo Power's hit piece, please look forward to Earthbound in future streams. Earthbound is bound to come up at some point. Should have been bet a while ago. Alright, Satellite, have a good one. We will instead roll on to Weapon Lord. We've been here before, chat. We've seen this game before. Holy font crimes, chat. Jesus Christ. Bottom left hand. How the fuck is anybody supposed to read? I can barely read that. That is fucking chicken scratch. They went out of their way to get the Diablo font for a whispered prophecy. Alright, let me see if I can make this out for y'all. The Demon Lord Zarak reigns over all the land, semicolon. The broken remains of vanquished warriors are testimony to his bloody rule. Zarak challenges anyone to stand against him in one-on-one combat. The prophecy foretells of a child born under the blood-red skies of a warrior's moon. The fate of the land rests on the shoulders of the chosen one, the Weapon Lord. Namco's password-backed 24 megabit fighting game is a guaranteed hit with Street Fighting game fans. In addition to entertaining story mode, players can spar against one another in either arcade or versus mode. Namco twists the Street Fighting game theme by equipping each warrior with medieval weapons. While this initially seems like a rerun of an overdone theme, Weapon Lord's wide assortment of hidden tricks, secret moves, and bloody surprises keep players fighting for more. Like I was saying before I got distracted by font crimes, we played this before. We've actually taken a look at this already, and it is a surprisingly solid fighting game. It actually controls really well, looks great, animates great, has a bunch of interesting special moves and stuff. Just typography and gaming. Once it got mentioned during that Aisha stream, I couldn't shut up about it. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be hung up on, like, localization stuff, but yeah. Fonts. I have some experience with fonts, too. Diablo font is free to use even commercially. No kidding, I didn't know that. Interesting. If I mentioned it, or NP mentioned it, this game was designed specifically for the X-Band's online multiplayer. Yeah, I don't remember who mentioned it, but yeah. Also, I think we discussed that there is a better PC port of this, like a DOS version of Weapon Lord. Unfortunately, I don't have that handy, or I would give that a try instead of the SNES version tonight. But I would, after, as much as I appreciated this on Super Nintendo, I'd really like to try the supposed better version of it sometime. So Maybe we'll get to that. It just won't be tonight. All right, you have 6 playable characters in this. Each gladiator possesses a wide variety of unique moves and attacks. Blocks, combos, fatalities. Experiment with each character in player versus player mode. You can play as Zarak, the Demon Lord. His only the other words pummel you off the throne. You can parry or block moves. If you time it properly, you won't take any damage. Best combination attacks are in this form of special moves. Fatalities. Finish the battle for good by gutting or decapitating your opponent. A fate no player wants to lose their head over. Weapon Lord is full of these final gruesome touches. Players disc over fatalities by executing a special move as their opponent bounces to the floor. Death blows and death combos are not for the faint of heart. One glimpse of a rolling bloody skull or spattering entrails can ruin your lunch. Most fatalities are difficult to enter and require timing, practice, and experience to master. Pushing your opponent into a corner prior to attempting a fatality increases your chances of gory success. Discover. They actually put a space in the middle of Discover. Unbelievable. Animation timing was designed to attempt to take lag into account, as well as being one of the first fighters to attempt to do like netcode of any form. I never played on Genesis, legit neat. So let's look at these characters. Folks are saying these folks are muscly. Yeah, they are mountains of meat. They are meaty meat lords. Perhaps Weapon Lord was not the right name for this game. All right, we got Kor, the future leader of the primitive nomadic tribe of Tarok. Years ago, his twin brother Kang was captured. Kang and Kor was captured during a raid on the village. Now Kor is scouring the land for his missing brother and the renegade raiding party. His hunt for revenge leaves him deeply embroiled in Zarak's bloody tournament. I'm not gonna go through all their special moves or anything. Yeah, Liefeld's Weapon Lord. He does have some weirdly lumpy looking feet, but no pouches. I'm a little... Unless you want to count his loincloth. Heyo! For some reason, it reminds me of the US Breath of Fire 1-2 box. They're not that bad. I still remember the Breath of Fire 1 box art with the guy, like, reaching his hand towards that burning thing in the foreground. Feet too big on the guy left to be Yeah. His feet should be disappearing into points behind the text. Red Heart Strike is Meat Strike. The one big pouch. You actually like them? Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think they're bad. There's plenty of alternative, like, Western key art that you can take issue with. But I think the old Breath of Fire stuff is pretty good. Alright, Gentai. Once a soldier of fortune, Gentai is Lieutenant Zarak's Dark Legion. Favored by the Demon Lord, Gentai is one of those powerful warriors in the land. Challengers to Zarak must first defeat Gentai. If the gladiators fail, Zarak ordered Gentai fulfill one last request to raise her sword against her master. Zarak just wants to fuck around and find out. Alright, we got Talazia. Born high in the treetops, Talazia possesses all the qualities of a bird of prey. She dives into her foes and shreds them with avian fury. She entered the ring after hearing the pleas and suffering of her people. Talazia's razor-sharp close-range attacks are feared and admired by all the gladiators. I always hated where they put the text for Talonblade because I really wanted to see what that is in her other hand. Because the screenshots don't really show it off, but it appears to be a giant bird foot that she uses to hack at people with the talons of. Hiding the feet on the dude on the right behind screenshots a bit lethal. Yeah. Could be worse. They could be taking inspiration from Greg. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's some kind of gauntlet, except I don't think her hand is in it, because I can see a bit of skin tone behind the text. I think it may be strapped to the back of her hand. But yeah. Alright, Zorn. A thief all his life, Zorn is looking after his own best interests. He entered Zarak space S space contest with greedy intentions, but now finds himself preoccupied with a growing hatred for the Demon Lord. Driven by emotion, Zorn hacks his way through the arena, searching for additional meaning in his life. He's just trying to find himself, chat, through the medium of murder. Araki drew ridiculously buff guys for 2 parts. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it do. I like that he has a big scary skull for a shield. That's neat. Does it non people? Alright, then we got Bane. Bane is trapped by a magical force on the cursed path, a frozen mountain pass that divides the land. Zarak's spell can be broken if another takes Bane's place. The disfigured warrior is determined to defeat anyone crossing the mountains. Bane survives, hungry for revenge. As a dumb child, the mention of him being a disfigured warrior, I thought, like, the top of his head was turned into beast thing. Maybe it is, I don't know. Also, his feet are weirdly purple and lumpy. That was a story of Ash from Evil Dead as well, just trying to find who he is. Poor dude can't leave the mountain. I find that Soul Edge came out also from Namco like a year after this as weapons-based fighters go. And then we got Devada. Deceptive sorceress Devada lures her opponents into a false sense of overconfidence. This ruse vanishes as Devada teleports behind you and cleaves you with her twin-bladed staff. Like her mysterious spells, Devada is an enigma in the arena. No one's lived long enough to learn her motive for fighting. And I think that's... Nope, that's not it. We also have Zarak, the Spider-Man. Half demon, half spider. All man? Zarak weaves an evil web, trapping helpless souls that fall in his arena. Zarak possesses the largest variety of deadly attacks to throw opponents off balance. Demons don't have to play fair. And it also looks like his stage is a giant field of bones burying a giant demon guy whose chest you're fighting atop of. 100%ed Soul Blade for the PS1. Wow. Yep, Man Spider again. Actually, he has 2 arms and 2 legs. But then he also has 8 spider legs. So that means he's got 12 limbs total. Well, that doesn't track, chat. Visual Concepts did this. You probably know them best for Clay Fighter and then NBA 2K. I am shocked, frankly, that the Clay Fighter devs went on to do this. This is extremely competent. I guess Clay Fighter wasn't that bad. I have problems with Clay Fighter, but it plays okay. So I guess I could see them evolving from that to this. Especially since the graphics in this are... I certainly don't want to say simpler, but they gotta be easier to create than stop motion animating a bunch of clay things for your video game. Also, Lester the Unlikely. Yeah, that quality jump shocked you more. Yeah. Wow, Lester the Unlikely was trash. Lester for NBA 2K win. He's a spider tar from a spider perspective. Okay, chat. If you want to see this, this is your last chance to request it. On the other hand, if you've seen enough Weapon Lord, if you're satisfied just hearing about the Liefeldian meat monsters battling it out, we can roll on. Nah. Like I said, I do want to dig up the DOS version of this game sometime. So you will, request or no, you will see more Weapon Lord eventually. I don't know when. I don't know how. Waiting for the DOS version. Monopoly Lord, maybe. Come and play, my lord. Star Trek. Chat. Long time ago. In a star system far, far away. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Crossroads of Time. While Bajor slides towards anarchy, a Cardassian plot is hatched aboard Deep Space Nine, and Playmate's long-awaited Star Trek Deep Space Nine Crossroads of Time. The adventure begins with Commander Sisko aboard the station. You'll soon find yourself piloting a runabout through the wormhole, dodging phaser fire on Bajor, and hurtling back through time to one of the most dire events in Federation history. Through it all, you'll piece together a compelling mystery that seems to come straight from the hit Paramount TV show. Good audio sync. Thank you. Playing it myself. They really just wrote this for Star Trek fans, didn't they? What in the hell is Bajor and Cardassia supposed to mean to anybody who isn't already familiar with this franchise? Your crew. You get Sisko, Bashir, Odo, Dax, the most important man in Federation history, Chief Miles O'Brien, Major Kira. Deep Space Nine is your favorite series. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, I'd been doing a full watch of the entire Star Trek franchise, and I ended up dropping it during Deep Space Nine. I don't think it was Deep Space Nine's fault. I think it was getting laid off. This is fault. Because all of a sudden my time had very different value. Yeah, rip indeed. Next Gen was so bad it burned him out. No, because Next Gen got pretty rough by the end, and then being able to go from that into Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine has a very solid first season, which is frankly unusual for Star Trek franchises. Explain would take 5 pages. The whole basis for Deep Space Nine requires a bit of knowledge of TNG, yeah. To be accurate, DS9 O'Brien's level has to become joking around for everything. His life collapses around a shockingly quick time and some... Deep Space Nine has the best characters of all the Trek shows. I think I can give you that. It has some amazing characters and some absolutely amazing writing. I do have a softer spot for the newer Star Trek series than a lot of long-standing Trek fans. But we don't need to get into that with a scant 15 minutes left in the evening. We'll do a quick look at this feature and then we'll actually play the damn thing and end on hopefully a high note. Torture O'Brien. All right, much of the game is spent exploring the DS9 station, the planet Bajor, gathering information, performing various tasks under a time limit. 3 difficulty settings. The most challenging aspect of the game may be the finicky play control. That's not good. Oh boy. Alright, Mission 1, a Cardassian warship is docked for shore leave. Just the political situation on Bajor is reaching a boiling point. Top of the sun was playing explosives around the station's docking area. Coincidence? Sisko doesn't think so. Find the grenades and eject them before time runs out. So go to security, talk to Odo, talk to Dax, go to Pylon 3, find a phaser, eject 3 grenades, shoot through the wall. Eject grenades, eject grenades, eject grenades, shoot through the wall, and then there's a grenade in a tube. I don't see 12 numbers on this map, so... Oh my god. Holy shit, this is the first mission. There's gonna be another season of Strange New Worlds. There's gonna be 2 more seasons of Strange New World. Actually, they've already said that Strange New Worlds is gonna be 5 seasons. Paramount has already decided that the full scope of the series will be 5 seasons. Yeah. I think season 3 is landing soon, like very soon, I think. They may have already started working on season 4. Yeah, technically it is canceled, but it's canceled after 3 more complete seasons, so. I don't know why, it's kind of weird, but apparently they've decided 5 is the magic number for Star Treks. Discovery got 5 seasons, Lower Decks got 5 seasons, Strange New Worlds is getting 5 seasons. Picard only got 3, but that's probably for the best. DS9 is a space station, right? I'd always wondered how they can make stories fresh when the setting is fairly stationary. Well, because it is way more character-driven than the Star Treks that came before it. It is way more political than the Star Treks that came before it. It's a very, very different series from OG Star Trek or Next Gen. And that's a big reason why so many people love it and laud it as the best Star Trek. But it also made it pretty divisive. I think it has aged particularly well. It may have aged the best out of all of the Star Treks. But at the time, it was pretty divisive. And yes, they do have episodes where characters leave the station and do stuff. And it did experiment with larger story arcs, which was a pretty big deal for Star Trek at the time. The game is from, the samples sound great. We are in... Oh, this is from RPG Maker 2 on the Super Famicom. Station acts like a trading port. All the intrigue comes into it. Also, not the only setting during the course of the show. Okay, so we'll see if we can do this. And then mission 2. Oh, fuck, we get to fly through the wormhole. That's neat. Crisis has been averted. It's time to gather clues. Gulgurgi. What a terrible name. Gulgurgi is less than enthusiastic when he hears about the foiled sabotage attempt on the station. Sisko has more to worry about than the disgruntled Cardassian commander. In the meantime, Odo has discovered the saboteurs belong to a radical group called the Redemptionists. Huh. The trail leads to the Gamma Quadrant, and Sisko orders Major Kira to take a runabout and follow the Redemptionist ship into the wormhole. Redemptionists are said to reject traditional Bajoran culture. Those are purposes damaging DS9 and making an enemy of the Federation. Talk to Odo, talk to Gull, talk to Quark, talk to Garrett, talk to Kira, fly runabout. Okay. I'm not sure we'll even make it that far, so why don't we go ahead and play this thing. Gold Gurkey sounds like something you get on the side of your Cuban sandwich. Star Wars ass name. Gull Jetster. Gull Shitto. Gull Fisto. There we go. Just imagine for a second if Gul Dukat had been named Gull Fisto instead. What's your take on the cadet who looks suspiciously like Tom Paris? I don't see it. I really just don't see it. Alright, we got... Alright, this will actually be the last of the Star Trek games on the Super Nintendo. We played Next Gen and we played Academy. So this is it, chat. Kit shitto. Alright, let's do it. Playmates Interactive. That's not bad. That is not bad. It's a good looking station. They did what they could with the wormhole. Oh fuck, it's really loud. Let me turn that down for y'all. There you go. Maybe that's better. This is the Echo the Dolphin devs? That's insane, actually. Hang on. Options. I thought you said there were difficulty settings. Captain's good at Newman. Deep Space Nine. Station log. Stardate 4687.71.6. Commander Benjamin Sisko reporting political turmoil on nearby nearby Bejor has slowed our usual flow of visitors. If not for a Cardassian warship, the station would be very quiet. Commander Sisko, this is Odo. Please meet me in security. On my way, Odo. Oh my god. Bro can move. So circle around and pretend we're in awe of the pylons. Alright, this is Sisko's office. I can jump. Can't really do anything else. Gotta trek fast. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention where I was. Is that Jake? I like Jake. That's Quarks. That's Turbolift. Outer ring and main pylon corridor. Oh, that's the priest guy with a temple on board. Is that one of the Duras sisters? Son is so skinny, he's starving. Odo's office. I did it. They also did Impossible Mission 2. God damn it. How do I talk to people? Oh, it's it's R. Interact with people is R. Something's happening in Docking Pylon 3. Dr. Bashir is examining her now. Have you arrested the attacker? Not yet. I couldn't find any witnesses. Alright, well, I guess we get... This is your empty hand. Let me see if I can talk to other people. This is your... Yeah, I know. So apparently you can only talk to people you're supposed to talk to. Outer ring, main pilot. Hey, it's Garrick. I can't talk to him. Oh, wait. Thanks, Garrick. I don't need any clothes today. Well, when you need a new suit, remember plain, simple Garrick. Okay, so there is a talk button. It's not the punch button. Dr. Odo told me about your patient. How is she? Something or hurt? I'm fine. Someone just stunned her, but she wasn't robbed or hurt. Okay. So I have punching buttons and I have talking buttons. Please enter. The profits await you. Another time, perhaps. Another time. I think those lines are straight from the series. Yes, it's quiet, isn't it? Just asserting dominance by Shadow Puncher crewmates. Access to Outer Ring temporarily denied. I'm the station commander. What the fuck? Odo, god damn it, I need access. Yeah, Sisko can move. Hey, Lisa, no attack the technician. Not yet, still checking. Imagine the Star Trek show said this kind of music. Talking and punching the entire range of human behavior captured any single controller. Oh. Oh. That was cool. I don't know what I'm doing up here. Also, notice the subtle parallaxing on the railing. That's really well done effect. Again, a while ago, now called Red Shirt, we had to try and escape a station before it exploded by navigating Facebook. I think I have that game, actually. That's how you know it's done by the Echo the Dolphin devs. Oh, I guess... I want to go to Quarks, actually. Everything in order, Major? Yes, Commander. Nothing much happening. Even the Cardassian ship at Lower Pylon 3 is behaving. Sensors detect some anti-proton emissions in Lower Pylon 3. I'm going to send Chief O'Brien down to check it out. He's busy with the security grid. I'll do it. I modified a tricorder to detect the emissions. Cool. I guess I had to do that. Thanks. I'll try to find the source for you. Do I need to go to my office? Go to Quarks and wait for all this to blow over. Chat, what are your thoughts on Star Trek's ship display designs? I saw a lot of people say they're really readable. I think they look cool, but damn, they look impractical. Ship display designs? Are you talking about like LCARs? Like the way screens and stuff look? Jake, did you see where all the Cardassians went? No, 1 minute they were here, the next they were gone. I guess they went back to their ship. Yeah, I agree. I think LCARs looks really cool, but is really impractical. I just don't really get the logic of the layout. Where have all your customers gone, Quark? I don't know, they just rushed out. Can I play Dabo? Please let me play Dabo. Also, I'm a little disappointed they don't have the underboob Dabo lady. Very much a highlight of Season 1 Deep Space Nine. Okay, can I go in here now? Yes! I need my tricorder calibrated. No, that's not a euphemism. Alright. Hold down A to activate lift. Oh, okay. Ah! As long as they look cool, that's all I really need of your Kirk or riot crew. It would be one, however. Major, I found a stunned crewman in Pylon 3. Understood, I'll beam him directly to the infirmary. Well, press up to activate comm panel. Materialize, dematerialize. Type 1 phaser. Alright, I got type 1 phaser. There we go. Sweet! Okay, so I think I get it. Okay. What the hell? So I can materialize and dematerialize platforms. Oh. Oh, damn, Cisco. Look at him go. Dax, I just found a Bajoran planting a Bellitrium grenade. Quickly, Benjamin, put it into the nearest ejection tube. Grenade's armed, I have to dispose of it. Okay, been ejected. Oh, fuck, look at that. There we go. We're detecting transporter activity in your area. It's coming from a Bajoran ship that left the station earlier. Raise shields. I don't want any more of them beaming in. Murk that guy. It's just a foul. Oh, God. I fell too far and hurt myself. Okay, there's a wall there. Ugh. Cisco with the mad ups. This level layout is really hard to parse. It's really hard to tell where platforms are. 2 minutes to exploding. 2 minutes to exploding is a really funny way to say that. Grenade is armed, I have to dispose of it. Hatch is jammed off a phaser through it. Dax, I cleared the pylon access way. No, the thing is still counting down. Don't talk now. Benjamin! Benjamin, no! I really wanted to see him blow up. Good thing they're planting the grenade so close to ejection chutes. Yeah, I think I need to climb back up. Communications with Space Station Deep Space Nine's ended. Okay. Let's continue. Oh my god, you have to do the whole mission over if you die. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. I can get back to where I was really fast. Because Cisco runs really goddamn fast. I think all I gotta do is talk to Odo and Dax, and we're good. Deep space, nope! Technician... No. Alright, we'll talk to Bashir, too. Might be practical. Sensor detect thing. Modified a tricorder. Thanks. I'd play more dope Space 9. Ha 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 ha. And a stun crewman. Alright, phaser get. How are you supposed to choose platform to... I really don't know what you're supposed to do with this. I imagine it's supposed to aid you in your platforming ventures, but... What does Nintendo Power say? Hang on, I guess. Because I have to get the physical magazine. Nintendo Power did not even mention the comm panel. They pull up here now, cause see, when I play these games, I switch my main monitor, which is what I normally view Nintendo Power on, so I can't see it right now. Oh, that's much... Okay. I think I actually screwed myself last time by dematerializing these turbo lifts. No, it is really hard to tell where the platforms start and stop in this. Really hard. Nice pose. Okay, alright, I got phaser through that wall. There's another one of those panels. I guess we're taking this one out the previous ejection chute. Okay, that did it. Hatches jam, phaser through it. Alright. Dax, I've cleared the pylon access way of grenades. Can't show you've got more to deal with in the next section. The power cells of Bellitrium grenades leak anti-protons. Use a tricore to find them. On my way. There's 2 or 3 more maps of this. Password is no home. Nah. And Pylon 3 superstructure. Scanning enough emissions for 5 grenades in your area. You're gonna someone sabotage the security grid in your area. Destroying devices you find attached to the opticables. They got the Star Trek jargon down in this at least. That's a wall. I know Star Trek with his music is so funny to me. It's way too intense, frankly. Oh, Jesus. So I guess I kind of screwed myself on that platform, huh? Dax, I cleared this section. Do you scan any more grenades? Can't show you still have more to deal with in this section. Okay, so that's the exit I found. I have a character in Trek that's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Opticable? You mean this thing? Where are these goddamn grenades? Oh, there's one on the map. The map is not super helpful for this. Wait, is it here? Oh! Oh, it's hidden. Oh, how sneaky. So in this section, maybe I can't even see the grenades. No, Benjamin! Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay. And I have no controls for this thing. 2 minutes to exploding. Oh, wait. It's right here. Okay. Oh, yep. I said... Okay, there we go. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Okay, there's one near here. Part of the problem is I just don't get how you're supposed to navigate this place. Okay, apparently I was supposed to jump over the exit. For all the sense that makes. Okay, there's one in that room below me, so. One minute to exploding. This place is huge. There's one more grenade somewhere. Oh, it's above me. I think I'm gonna run out of time, though. Oh, maybe not. Holy shit, I actually pulled it off. Did I? Did I? Why is the map still showing up? You know what? I might as well just try to leave and see what Dax says. To actually clear the section, do you scan any more grenades? Can't show you got 5 more to deal with in the next section. On my way. Okay, so I did clear this level. Alright, 5 more grenades. Somewhere in the vicinity. Somewhere in that vicinity, too. Map, you are not helping me out right now. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. Man, this is funky. Alright, that was 2. Yeah. Oh, there's one back over there. I don't know how to get to that. Okay, there's one over there. What was that? Teleport destination not available. Okay. Yeah, the music's kind of grown on me, too. Okay, I only just recently realized I can jump through that particular kind of ceiling, which is not super helpful. Hoi-ya! No, I think we want to go... Where was the... There was. Oh, too soon, too soon. 2 minutes exploding! Admittedly, when you started this, I wasn't expecting Cisco's grenade misadventures. Phasering people is pretty fun. Okay, there's one more grenade. And I actually know where it is. But I don't know how to get over there. Technically, this section just scan more grenades. Still have more to deal with this in this section. I know, okay. But I think I'm in the right area for it. Okay, there's the chute. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's right here. Cool. Okay, I think I got them all. Five more to deal with in the next section. On my way. This should be the last section. Last set of 5. I need a chute. Okay, it's there. Man, that's finicky. Yeah, still no password. You gotta do 3 of these in a row. Pretty brutal, honestly. Oh, crap. Ow! Boy, I did a lot of damage. That hurt immensely. I'm not sure there's any other good way up here. Some pretty Prince of Persia-ass jumps in this. What am I supposed to do here? I'm not sure where exactly I'm supposed to go. Oh my god, leap of faith. Literal, actual leap of faith. Okay, hang on. Before we do that, is there another chute up here somewhere? Oh! He punched me in my star dick. Do we need those turbo lifts? Maybe, but there's no console for me to control them. Okay, I'm gonna have to go all the way back down and drop that one off at a... Ow! To drop this one at our previous... Shoot. Which was... Where was it? Fuck, where was it? There. Hubba. Hopefully zoomed in for how big the area it is. It is, isn't it? They're not making it easy on me. I can't believe they make you leap of faith that. Actually, I kinda can. 2 minutes to exploding. So I've taken care of 2 grenades. I need to find 3 more in 2 minutes. There's one above me. Oh god, no, that was a ceiling. I think the game over screen glitched. All right, well, that seems like a perfectly good place to stop. Great. I love it. I'll say the concept is fine. A lot of little things here kind of blow. Yeah. It's one of those situations where they came up with some decent gameplay and then just duplicated it too many times. I went through this, I went through this, I went through this, and then I was on this. So, kind of overkill, unfortunately. Thank you, Arcane. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. Yeah, and then, I mean, this only kind of would have expanded, really, so. Okay. I think you got further than Tino did for the record. Yes! Goal achieved. Alright, I'm gonna shut down requests for the night. We're gonna call it there, and let's take a little sneak peek of what's coming up on Saturday, shall we? Once we get past... Oh, yes, there's more! A lot of clues begin to come together, and Cisco realizes there's more of this mystery than a group of Bajorans agitating for political change. As the conspirators unleash their final attack, Kaiopaka helps Cisco. We got the Primal Rage poster. So if you're a big fan of kaiju apes pissing on each other, there's that you got to look forward to. And we're up to the Epic Center for Saturday. I see Secret of the Stars, chat. I see Secret of the Stars and PTO 2. So, and Feet. So, yeah. They want Tarantino to subscribe. So, yeah. We'll pick it up here on Saturday. So, tomorrow night, I'm doing a little Japanesey variety night. I got a small set of games that I'd like to play for y'all. It'll be nice and cozy and charming, I promise you. The game is trash, I can't wait. Great. 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 We'll be back here on Saturday to work our way through the Epic Center. I don't think we'll get too hung up on anything here. I don't really see anything that would just, you know, blow the evening out or anything. No stream on Sunday. I don't stream on Sundays. We're back with Atelier Aisha on Monday. Democratic playthrough. So if you are jonesing for more adorable alchemy, you get that on Monday. If you've had enough, if you want to move on, definitely show up on Monday to drop a game over vote. This system only works if everybody votes. I feel like I do want to say this before we end for tonight. I think we're basically past the prototyping phase of democratic playthroughs. I think I can officially declare them at this point a success. I think the system works. I think the system is perfectly effective for determining how engaged people are with particular games. So this doesn't change anything. I'm going to keep using it exactly the same way I've been using it. But for anybody remembering that I was kind of testing this out, I think 6 months of testing is adequate think we're there. I think this is how we're gonna approach most of our playthroughs. Not everything. Earthbound, when we do get to it, will be a democratic playthrough. Ocarina of Time will not. So it'll be case by case, certainly. If there's things that I just want to do in their totality for my own reasons or for y'all specifically, we'll just do them. But for anything where I'm uncertain of how the community is gonna stick with it, they'll be democratic. So, all right. And with that, chat, I'm gonna go find somebody to raid. Let's see who's up tonight. Nobody. No one I know. I have outpaced them all, so I'm just gonna let y'all go, chat. I'm just gonna call it here. So once again, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for joining me for the Power Hours return after a long time away. It was everything I could have hoped for. We laughed, we cried, we talked, we raged, we enjoyed, we struggled. It's a good time. Good time. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. And hopefully I will see you all tomorrow night for my little Japanese variety night. But until then, as always, you all take care. Bye, everybody.